Alright, good morning people. It is now 8:47 in the morning. I just dropped off my daughter at her school and I'm headed to one of the hotels here in Waikiki. I am shooting an interview today. This is actually day 2 of these interviews, testimonial type of interviews that we're doing. The first individual was a couple days ago, so you'll probably see some footage of that day, and I might be wearing a different shirt, so that's the reason why. So it's 2 days, and yeah, it should be fun. I wanted to just kind of bring you guys on these types of shoots that I've been doing for a couple years now. I've been in the game for almost 10 years, and I'm located in the beautiful island of Hawaii. Yeah, so I wanted to, I guess, try out this vlogging style where it's less focused on editing and gear reviews. It's more just like everyday, simple, real and raw of why I do what I do, what gear I bring, and why I set up the way I set up. So almost at the hotel. I will open up my bag and I'll show you what I brought. We'll get everything unloaded and we're headed to one of their beautiful rooms overlooking Waikiki, and then we'll get set up. Alright, see you out there. Alright, so I'm just bringing it back 18 hours earlier, but let's talk about the importance of gear prep. I don't know if you guys do this, but I try to make this a habit in checking all of my gear that I am bringing, and not only just prepping it and packing it away, but just making sure that it's all in working order. This is especially important if you work with someone and you share your gear. You just don't know how the previous person handled it, or maybe there might be some miscommunication, who knows. But in this instance, I originally had a plan to use that purple, no, that's not purple, wow, I'm colorblind, orange bag. I had some knockoff, I don't even remember. But this blue-ish black one, a little bit skinnier, is from Temba, I believe. So anyway, decided to go with this smaller bag. I'll put the link in the description below. This is awesome. Packs about at least 2 or 3 light stands and other stuff too. I just use my iPhone Notes, the Notes app, and just create a generic gear list, and then I just check it off, and that's how I do my checklist, so I'm not making a new list every single time. And we're back to where we started. Alright, so for today's shoot, we are using the Tamron 35-150. I just picked up this lens. This is awesome. I sold 2 of my lenses just to get this one, just because this covers everything, and it's an f2 2.8. So this is going to be my beat cam on the FX30. Probably will leave it around 85 to 100 mil. We'll see. A cam is the FX3. I'll use the Nisi Athena's T1.9. This is great because this is super sharp, and it's perfect for interviews like I'm doing today. Got one V mount for the small rig, light for the hair light, and yeah. So for sticks, I am using my Sacle Flowtech and a super cheapy Manfrotto tripod. And for the key light, I'm using the Zhiyun Molus G300. Still using my all-terrain utility cart. I think it's called the Gator cart. And yes, you do see the orange bag here that I didn't end up using for the first day, but for the second shoot I ended up using this bag just because it's bigger. So here we are outside on the lanai, which in Hawaii that means balcony. and they wanted the interview to be outside here. They wanted the ocean and the beach as a background, but that's really hard when you're limited on your output with your lights. But two things: if I place them right outside in direct sunlight, one, I didn't have a flag, and two, this individual that I was filming actually had an issue with their eyes and really couldn't look at bright things. So I suggested moving them in the shade and having the background also be shaded somewhat, so that way I wouldn't be competing with the super sunny background. Both the Shinobi 2 and this small rig 100-watt LED on the right has been a really good investment for me. The monitor is so cheap, it's like 1500 nits, and it has EL zone, which I use all the time. And the light is great because, again, it's V-mount, goes straight on there, no extra cables. A 99 watt hour V-mount runs for like a little over an hour at 100%, but I hardly run it at 100% with this guy. Like even today, I think it was at 65%. So you can see that I ended up using the 5-in-1 reflector to bounce a little more light into the subject, even though I had the light set to the max output of 500 watts. Clamping this little reflector really did help. So anyway, ended up with this frame, and yeah, I'm about 80% there in this shot. I know I'm out of focus, but here's with the light on and light off. I did work on the right side of my frame and brought down the exposure a little bit more. I think I even raised the intensity of the hair light. But yeah, that's my B cam shot, and that's my A cam shot. And so I wanted to share some misconceptions that people may have when they're talking about doing video, or if they want to get into it, especially if they want to do this full-time as a business. And there's actually a lot of misconceptions in this industry. So again, whether you're just starting out or you've been doing this for years, you'll notice a lot of things are just not the way people make it out to be. I've been doing this again for the past 10 years, and so I thought on this channel I could cover some of those topics and really break down those misconceptions and share the hard truth. And so today's misconception that I want to talk about is clients always know what they want. Now, of course, this depends on the client. And you know, again, this doesn't apply to every single client, but that being said, it is a big misconception that clients have this clear vision for their project. Sometimes they may not articulate their needs effectively, which can lead to misunderstandings and require a lot of revisions. And so here's what typically happens. Clients may approach you with like a broad statement like, hey, we need a video that pops, or something that's engaging for social media, without like any specific direction on style or, you know, stylistic approach or the tone of the content. They know they need video content, but they haven't really thought through the details. And many clients, you know, struggle to even explain their concepts, and they like to use, you know, kind of like cliche, saturated terms like cinematic or I want a professional video, but without a clear understanding of what that even means in practice. But often some, you know, clients consider like important aspects like target audience and distribution platforms and, you know, their optimal length or how the video fits into their broader marketing strategies. But as a freelance filmmaker, a significant part of your job becomes almost like acting as a consultant who asks the right questions to uncover their true needs, educating clients about the filmmaking process, presenting options they haven't really considered, translating their business goals into effective visual storytelling, and finally guiding them through a discovery process. Again, this misconception that clients always know what they want
can't be further from the truth, which ultimately leads to frustration on both sides when not properly addressed. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts on this misconception. Do you agree with it or do you disagree with it?
All right, that's a wrap. We're done. That took about, I would say, 20 minutes to set up, and the actual interview was, I would say, 30 minutes. This guy was really good on camera, so person before took a little bit longer, but all in all, it was about an hour and a half shoot. So headed to a meeting with my business partners, and we are going to talk about our quarterly goals as we wrap up Q1. And as I run this red light.
If you like this sort of content and you want to see more, then please consider liking this video and subscribing. Until next time, I'm out.